When I was in my 20s, I wasted so much time thinking that I was fat. Thinking. I didn't want, when I was in college, not once did I go away on spring break because I didn't want to be seen in a bathing suit. All those college memories, gone. Let's talk about college. Let's talk about high school. When we talk about living in the now, those of you who are out of high school, you remember when you were in high school. You remember that? I remember being in high school. And I remember feeling like I didn't fit in. And I remember feeling like, I was the last virgin out there. I hadn't even had my first kiss. I was so far behind. I felt like I would never catch up. I felt like I was fat. I felt like I was awkward. I felt like I was not cool. I felt like I didn't have cool clothes. I couldn't wait. Oh God, I couldn't wait for high school to be over. Wasn't allowed to date. I had no date for the prom. My father dropped me off at the prom in his work van with all this cement and stuff on the outside of it. I was so embarrassed, but I had a ride. I had no limo like the other kids. I couldn't wait for high school to be over. And then when I got to college and I realized the sweetness of my innocence in high school. And my mother died when I was in college, and I realized how great it was to have somebody to set your curfew. How great it was to wake up and have somebody who ironed your clothes. How great it was to have somebody who, as a mother, or who would father you. I realized how great those days were. And then when I was in college, I didn't have money for books, and I didn't have money for food, and I thought I was fat, and I didn't have money for spring break, and I didn't want to go away, and I had spots and splotches on my face, and it was always a problem, and then I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait for college to be over. All that studying, all the boys wanted was to have sex and use people, and that's all they wanted, and I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait for college to be over, so I spent my college years waiting for graduation, waiting for a time where I didn't have to be a student anymore, where I didn't have to walk to Church's Chicken to be able to buy biscuits to eat, and where I couldn't wait, because sometimes all I had was $1, and I had to walk to Popeyes. I remember they would give the students 4 biscuits for $1, and I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait to have money. I couldn't wait for college to be over. And then guess what? Oh no, I'm wiping off my blush. Oh well, it's the least of my issues now. My eyes are red. Then I couldn't wait for college to be over, and guess what? Then I was in my 20s, and the world was my oyster at that point, but I had to find a job, and I was so confused, and I had to get an apartment, and my first apartment was so whack, and I had a little car that was stick shift, and I told you guys how I learned how to drive stick shift in a parking lot, and oh how I hated that little car because it had a little mind of its own, and then it was just, and then my 20s was just a time of just great confusion. I had no motherly guidance to help me weed my way through dating. I wanted to travel, so I hit the road, and the road was so tough, and God, the trials and the tribulations, and guess what? I couldn't wait. Oh, I couldn't wait to be in my 30s. In my 20s, I felt so naive, and I felt like there was so much that I didn't know, and I always wished that I knew more, and I wished that I had a way to be strong so that I could understand men better, so that I could understand myself better, and I felt lost. I did. So I traveled. I went. I got on the road because no place felt like home, and I couldn't wait. I waited all my life to be in my 30s. And then guess what? I got into my 30s, and I'm here now. And guess what? You know what? This is all that I know now. But by God, I will not waste. Oh, I won't waste another moment. Oh God, no. Because I know how it goes. We waste these moments hoping for another one. Then when we get to the other one, we realize how good it was that we had it then. So by God, if I could inspire you to do anything, is take advantage of this moment right here, because all we have is now. Every moment is now. No moment will be perfect. Oh, by our standards, but it's perfect by perfection's standards. We are a work in progress. Oh, baby, enjoy your life, because I'm not going to wait until I'm in my 40s to realize how good I had it then. And baby, I don't care how old you are. This is the youngest that you will ever be from this point forward. This is my youngest right here, and I'm going to live my life.
Hey Knockout! Click the subscribe button now to learn to love yourself more fully with free videos every week from your big sister, TonyaTko.
Because you create the story of your life when you use the words I am. You're talking about a god or a goddess. I am. And you create who you are with that affirmation right there. You put your stamp onto history.